We Canadians love our technology, don't we, and our electronics. Last couple of years, we've been home for the most part. A lot of people have been buying things, checking out new stuff, and it's an industry that changes so much. One of the businesses have done very, very well in the last couple of years, and over the years, actually, no matter if it's good or bad, as far as business is concerned or what's happening in the economy, is East Hamilton Radio. And we're going to be here all day today talking about the neat things that are going on, stuff you should come and have a look at. And we've got the man with his finger on the, not on the pulse of society, but on the pulse of business, on the pulse of retail electronics. Jason Lopez, thanks for letting me come in and talk to you today.
Steve. Fantastic. Great to have you.
Okay, so first of all, there's a big sale coming up, so just tell us a little bit about how that's all going to work.
Yeah, actually right now, part of what we're doing right now is our biggest sale of the year. It's actually called our private sale. So we're in the fourth quarter right now, Steve, and just like in the fourth quarter of sports, this is the best time to get a new television for, we got NHL, we got NBA, we got all your sports coming on right now.
Yep.
And so what we like to do here is put our best foot forward and give the lowest prices of the year starting right now.
Okay, so lowest price of the year. If you're going to do something in electronics, now's the time to get out there. But I want to ask you about how do you, in this business, there's so much to buy, so many new things coming out every day. How do you pick what people are going to buy? Again, you don't want a back room full of 8-tracks.
Well, that's exactly it. And you know what? I really like to focus on, what our customers are asking for. I'm always quizzing my sales staff, what's moving, what are people looking for, and we want to make sure to have what you want in stock because, you've heard of supply chain issues and they haven't abated. We're still having huge issues getting stock in. Sometimes it takes 4 months. So I've been having to stock up on TVs, home theater, you name it, in order to have not only the best prices, but to have the inventory here for you to pick up today.
And being the fourth quarter, you got to get them out the door.
Well, that's it, right? I mean, you don't want to tell somebody that I'm not going to have that big screen TV for you until January because that's not quite going to cut it.
Okay, so this morning, people are going to see when we come back a little bit later on here at East Hamilton Radio, we're going to look at TVs, but we're also going to look at home theater, audio, that kind of stuff. So again, it's cutting edge electronics here. We're talking about the neat things going on in the electronics industry, and no better place to do it than right here at East Hamilton Radio. We will see you in about half an hour. Man, oh man, isn't this nice, Jason, just to be able to sit back and watch some TV at the end of the day? Nice comfy chair, nice television set.
Look, Steve, there's nothing better than having a premium quality, big screen TV, in your living room, in your basement. It becomes your theater, it becomes your front row seat to the concert, front row seat to the game. Nothing beats it.
Okay, so TVs, that's a big thing. Everybody likes new TVs, and they don't, we know they don't last for 40 years like they used to in the old days. Things have changed now, and technology changes as well. Actually, let's get up and let's do some business standing up here. Oh, it's too relaxing. It's too much fun. All right, so let's talk about TVs. So what are people, or what should they be looking for in TVs now?
You know what, Steve, I'm going to tell you right now, bigger is really the trend. Because these TVs are so high resolution now that if you had, let's say, a 60-inch or a 65 and you thought that was a big screen TV, nowadays you're getting something like this, an 85-inch.
This is 85.
This is an 85, and Samsung, they say that you only need to be 1.2 times the screen size. So some easy math, 85-inch TV, 8.5 feet away. That's very close. That's going to accommodate most rooms. So the whole thing, the TV is too big, is something that we don't hear much anymore.
Even in an apartment now, because people want to be, again, people are sticking around the house more. They want to be entertained more. That size of a TV would work even in smaller apartments.
I've got people putting it in condos. Like, you don't have to have a large room for a large TV. And not only that, it's the premium quality. Like this TV here is a QLED, which gives you 100% color volume, full array backlighting for excellent blacks. And the great news is I've got this TV, I can't tell you the price, but 30% off. So I mean, lowest price that it's been all year, lowest price it'll be all year, guaranteed.
Okay, so let's touch on that briefly in the end of this segment here. As you said, can't tell you the price of it till you come in here and look at things. Now, a lot of people say, it's just a sales ploy just to get you in the door.
Gotcha.
So yeah. What's the reason behind it?
Okay, so the reason behind it, Steve, is because we have agreements with the top manufacturers that we carry. they're obviously selling these same products all over Canada. You can buy them online, you can buy them in your big box stores, you can buy the same exact thing that I have here somewhere else. So the only way I can have a lower price than what someone else is showing online is in store. I'm not allowed to advertise a lower price. We have agreements we have to keep. So what we're doing right now is in store for the local Hamilton customers only. We're giving you the lowest prices of the year, way lower than what we have on our website, way lower than what you're going to see anywhere in Canada.
Okay, so the sale with no sticker tag on it right now is on here at East Hamilton Radio. And again, tons of electronics. Now we've seen the TVs, and I don't like the sound coming out of TVs. So we're going to talk about sound bars next and why it's an important thing to have, because when we bought our first big one, we didn't have one with that. What was that? All that kind of stuff. So we'll be back here at East Hamilton Radio to talk about the sale. Also talking about the audio side of televisions in just a few minutes. So please stick around. We are back at East Hamilton Radio in downtown Hamilton and talking about electronics. There's a big sale going on right now. And again, it's that time of the year. In case you weren't with us earlier, it's the time of the year, fourth quarter. They got to move this stuff out. They got to get the prices down because everybody, it seems, is looking for new electronics for their homes because, again, we seem to be cocooning a little bit more this last, especially this last couple of years, and it seems to be continuing right now. Jason Lopez, the manager here, he's the guy who's got to look at his crystal ball and say, what are people going to want? What is out there in technology? And there's so much. What do I bring in here? So, sound bars. We talked about TVs last time. What's wrong with the TV sound? Or it doesn't sound right.
That is a thing, Steve. That's definitely a thing. And I'm sure if you've looked at TVs in the last couple of years, they're very, very thin. They're beautifully thin. They've got almost no border around them. The downside is they've got almost no speakers. The speakers are very, very small. It's not like the old TVs where you could hear it great. And now, if you've ever listened to, the 6 o'clock news and you can't necessarily make out the voices like you used to, you really need a sound bar. I mean, honestly, if you don't have a sound bar at this point, come down to E.H.R. Give one a listen at least because you're missing out.
Okay, now, so I'm looking around here. There are, I don't want to say literally hundreds, but there are many, many different kinds of sound bars, different prices. How do you figure out what to buy?
Well, we've got a great selection of sound bars. This brand right here, Sonos, they're one of our best-selling ones. I know we've featured them as a category in the past, and they give you unbelievable sound, very expandable. You could add wireless back speakers, wireless subwoofers, so you can take it from just a sound bar to a completely wireless home theater. And they're now available with their new Sonos Ray at only $350. They're available at the lowest pricing that Sonos soundbars have ever been. And we've got all of them on sale right now. I can't tell you the pricing on all of them, but very, very good products.
Well, we can go down here too and just take a look and see what other ones that are down here. So the price range is all over the place.
Well,
and I guess what are you getting for the higher end that's going to be different from?
Usually in the higher end, you're getting something that gives you that home theater experience. So subwoofer, rear speakers, something like being in a theater but through a sound bar. But what you're getting even in an entry level, like I've got products from Yamaha starting at $178. I've got some sound bars right now 50% off, and you're going to get a much, much better reproduction of your movies, your sports. You're going to be able to hear what people are saying. It's just a game changer.
So again, everybody's room is different. Everybody's TV size is different. The people here, I presume, will help you. You can say, this is my situation. What would be best for what I've got? To give you a hand?
Oh, absolutely, Steve. That's one of the things. We're talking about the sale right now, but obviously expert advice is what E.H.R. is known for. We've been here since 1931. I've been here for 30 years. Most of my staff has been here at least 20 years in the business. We understand this stuff and how to integrate it with what you have, whether it's old equipment like that 8-track player or something brand spanking new. We've got all the answers.
Okay, that's great. Well, having all the answers is good these days because there's always a dearth of that out there as far as getting answers for things. All right, East Hamilton Radio, the big sale is on now. It's fourth quarter. They got to get rid of all this stuff. Come in and check it out. We'll be back a little bit later on, and I think we're going to talk about home theater.
Yes.
Because that is something that used to be a luxury, but now is, a lot of people are just doing it just because they can do it.
That's right.
So all that coming up a little bit later on here on Morning Live. That, folks, is the sound of home theater. We're back at East Hamilton Radio. Jason Lopez, the manager here, and it's a big sale going on now. And again, as we talked about earlier, it's getting towards the end of the year. It's time to move everything out. And the best prices of the year are here now. And again, got to come down and try out these things no matter what you're looking for. Home theater. We talked about TVs, we talked about the audio side. What about home theater? Because it used to be the luxury situation, but now not so much. You can get away with that feeling, but not having to spend a fortune.
Well, and that's the thing exactly right now, Steve. I mean, a lot of people think that soundbar is the only way to go for audio, but we still do a ton of home theater. And we do everything from in-ceiling speakers to tower speakers to small speakers that you mount on your wall. There's all sorts of different solutions. And like you alluded to, the pricing does not have to be to the moon. I've got complete home theater packages right now starting at $598. This system that I played for you just now, 40% off right now. So right now, if you're looking at home theater and you want that movie theater experience on your couch, come to E.H.R.
Okay, so just the difference between, okay, we talked about sound bars. A lot of people have sound bars now. They kind of go with the new technology of televisions because they're thin, they don't have great speakers in them. You got to have a sound bar. So what is really the difference between spending maybe $400 or $500 on a sound bar or getting into the home theater side? Is it that much of a difference?
It's that much of a difference. You can get what they call Dolby Atmos. We can put speakers in your ceiling to really give you that overhead effect. You can have multiple subwoofers to give you that room-shaking bass. We can develop a home theater system for you that honestly is going to give you better performance than the movie theater right in your own room.
Okay, so that's what's going on right now. And just again, if you haven't been with us most of this morning, we've been down here at East Hamilton Radio. The big sale is on right now.
On right now.
And the reason for that big sale, for those again who haven't been here earlier, the reason for this big sale is what?
Well, the reason for it is because we're giving you all the best deals from Black Friday, Boxing Day, all of it right now though, in-store only, prices lower than I can advertise, lowest prices of the year, and we're going to guarantee that.
Okay, so if you're looking for TV, audio, cars, that kind of thing.
Car
we didn't even get
audio,
into the car
record
audio
players, Bluetooth. There's so much more that I could show you, Steve. If we had another 2 hours, I could show you tons of stuff.
So come on down to East Hamilton Radio. Check it out now. The big sale is on if you're looking, or even if you just want to nose around to see what's coming up here that maybe you want to invest in the next future. This is the place to be because these guys know what's going on in the electronics industry.